Hello, today is day 22nd. I would like to do a video journaling. So today I don't think I can speak really fast because I hurt my tongue somehow. So basically it just hurts when I talk, and I've been retaking this many times already. So I decided to just kind of just go with the flow. But anyways, I wrote a bio today. It took me 5 hours, and well, basically I went through several books bio to look at it as a reference, and I looked in through my roommate's books because I read books in Japanese, and when I read anything in English, it's not really reading, but I use the audiobook. And also, I went through several bios online as well, like the people that I really love, like Simon Sinek. So yes, I went through that, and I wrote also my own version of it. But basically, I took reference from bits and bits from many places, and not only that, but actually one of my member, Terry, wrote a bio for me. Actually, it's not a bio, it's like a script for the interview, so it was for speaking, but I edited into writing version, and I tried my best, but still, my writing skill is not as high as I want it to be. So I asked my roommate's help to edit some grammars, and then I asked my ex-colleagues. She's a local Vancouver friend right now, so I asked her to make another edit for me. So it's like a co-creation, the bio. First, I made the foundation, and I asked other experts to actually revise it for me. So I'm kind of very, I'm very excited about it. So I'm really proud of this because last week when I did a session with Omid, he's my business consultant / life coach, and he always says that average is the biggest enemy. So anything that's good is not good enough, but it has to be great kind of way. I kind of have to modify the language a little bit, but basically average is the biggest enemy. It's very deep. But anyways, and also doing everything in highest level. This is a key to live in your ideal world. And what he always says, because I'm not at that point, so it's really hard for me to imagine, but what he says is basically, from this moment, you are living your dream life. That's how you want to treat your time and the moment. This is super deep because actually when I was taking his coaching sessions last year, and when I was actually taking his sessions, I was able to focus more on the now instead of thinking about the future or thinking about the past. So, I haven't been taking his sessions after I started working and everything. And after this corona hit, and we kind of, reached back to each other, and we decided to kind of move forward with this project together, and he's kind of mentoring the whole thing. And my memory kind of came back, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't done meditation that much, gratitude practice, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but then because of that, I'm kind of digging a hole. So that's a good realization that I had. And next is that yes, this is very important, is that don't forget baby steps. this is like a mantra I've been telling myself over and over again before, but don't forget baby steps. So I am an achiever, and when I can, I try to achieve as much as possible. And when there are moments that you're really energetic and you feel invincible and you can do everything, so in that kind of moment I try to do everything and forget about the consequences, right? So this is something that I want to keep in mind, is that I really want to focus on doing one thing in a very, very high quality. Not try to achieve the quantity, but focus on quality. So this is something that I knew in my head, but it's really, really hard to keep in mind. So, I used to learn this concept in Japanese and I translate it in English so that I can explain it well. But when you actually in a level of learning, at the learning process, it's very important to focus on this concept. So first stage is you learn. So basically you're learning, you're listening, and you would know about the concept, right? And next is to understand that, learning, meaning that whatever you acquire, the information, you have to kind of digest it into your guts. And after you digest it into your guts, you want to actually execute it and do it. Unless you do that, knowing by your head and actually doing it is a totally different thing. And this is a very huge, it sounds like it's like stating the obvious, but still it's very different when you're actually in it and when you actually understand it. So after you put it into your guts and you execute it, it doesn't mean you're good at it because it's the first time that you're doing it, right? So after that, you have several failures and you go through many practice and you'll be able to do it. Just like my video journaling. Like, I wouldn't say my video journaling is great, but if I looked back a year ago and see my video journaling, it's like, wow, you'll be surprised. Like, not you, I mean, I am surprised. Like, I feel like I've came so far already, but I want to improve more, so that's why I'm keep doing it, right? And next level of learning process is being able to share. So this is another thing that I really want to keep in mind, being able to share. That means you have put that information into your gut and you did it as an action and you become an expert. Because you become an expert, then you are able to share because you know the process within yourself. And and being able to share is another skill set. So this is another whole energy that you want to spend on to actually develop how to teach what you know. So learning process is never really never ending, and I think that's the excited part about life. Yep. So another good news is that I have a tangible how do you say this? Tangible thing that I can share is that my company has been established. Yay! It was a long journey. That's how I feel, because I was really, really looking forward to it and I was really excited about it. Thank you so much, Mr. J. But anyways, I just realized something is that my personality, I really value something that is tangible. So when I'm not able to create any tangible results in any kind of form, I really feel depressed. Not depressed, but I lose energy. So it's very important for me to keep creating this tangible results. At the same time, I should realize that I do need to have a better, healthy inner dialogue within myself. Yep. Anyways, right now, I think that's about it. I did cover all of the whiteboard section, so I would like to say good night. And right now, just keep in mind that I'm not focusing too much on the content right now on YouTube. For me, keeping this up is the primary goal, and I'm focusing on internal right now. So bye.